My name is Phil Alderson. I'm 52 years old. I am a breast cancer survivor. I am a dad, part-time model, a designer, and entrepreneur, experimental, and many things. I was kind of stuck in I was designing websites back in 2015, 2016, and was incredibly busy, not incredibly fulfilled, and business wasn't great. And I was, I think I even thought, things can't get much worse. Little did I know what was around the corner. I was sat on the sofa one Sunday afternoon, and my daughter kind of playfully elbowed me in the left chest, and later that evening I was kind of drawn to the area where she kind of hit me, and I was like, what is that? And I found a very, very small kind of pea-sized lump behind my left nipple. And don't know, it's hard to kind of go back in time to imagine exactly what I was thinking at that moment. However, I always say now that the thing that stuck in my mind was, don't be the man that finds something and then does nothing. Like, be the person that kind of gets it checked out, gets it looked at. So I decided that the next day, the Monday morning, rang the doctors at 8:30, and that was kind of the start of the roller coaster ride that was the breast cancer diagnosis, which of course as a man is not the thing that you instantly think is going to kind of like happen to you. The GP could have turned me away because I'm a bloke with a small lump in my chest. So I was incredibly lucky that the GP took it seriously. Without dressing it up as reference to breast cancer, the GP said, we're just going to send you to the breast screening unit in Clatterbridge, which is the local hospital. And I'm like, cool. And then obviously I got the letter, it says, you've got a referral to the women's unit. Okay, bit odd. Yeah, I went to the appointment thinking it was just going to be like any other appointment I'd had up until that point. Like, I would turn up, get the test, they would go, oh, we'll remove it, it's nothing. But pretty much on that day, after kind of 4 hours of different appointments, physical, ultrasound, a biopsy, and then a mammogram, I still wasn't even thinking anything. I was just thinking, these are just the tests. This is where the equipment is. And then I was asked to come back into the room to see the doctor, and they said, yeah, we think you've got cancer. And it's just like, it's fucking mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. Take away all the questions which I always get, which is like, as a man, was it weird? At the end of the day, like, so when you're sat in a doctor's room and then they say the word cancer, it's terrifying. Because of course I'm well now, I'm fine, and the actual diagnosis was quick, efficient, effective, and the treatment was the same. It was quick, efficient, effective. Now, I'm personally on a mission to try and help everyone have, if they have a cancer diagnosis, to have it as quick and as easy as what mine was, because it was relatively easy. I feel I got off very, very lucky, and I want to, even now, 8 years on, I want to kind of like give back and help other people make it as easy, because we're never going to get rid of cancer, and if we do, it'd be amazing. But I think everyone should have as easy as diagnosis as possible, and that's what my kind of mission is now. Earlier diagnosis means better prognosis for the patient. So the petition is to essentially get the UK government to look at reducing the breast screening protocols in the UK to include younger people and help other minorities that are potentially overlooked. I mean, obviously, I learned instantly that this is a rare thing to happen to a man. And then I thought, well, actually, why don't I kind of hijack the uniqueness of my situation to help other people? Everyone thinks I'm a male breast cancer campaigner. I'm not a male breast cancer campaigner. I'm just a person breast cancer campaigner. I just want to help people get diagnosed earlier. So again, one of the petitions that I was supporting, which was a drug-related one, to get the government to spend more money on a certain drug, which is like a kind of miracle drug called Enhertu. And so I organised a male video to go on Instagram with a lot of male survivors saying, look, men need and support this drug too. And so I reached out to a lot of men around the world, and one of the guys is someone I'd spoken to, a survivor in Poland, and we communicated a little bit. And I can't remember how he asked me, but he just said, oh, we're doing a fashion show in October, do you want to come? And I just, with my new post-diagnosis mantra of say yes more, I was like, well, I've got to say yes. Yeah, so it was like 40 survivors, men and women, on stage with this crazy Polish fashion designer. On paper, incredibly uncomfortable, outside of my comfort zone, getting on stage, doing a fashion show, attention on you. Again, all things that most people would shy away from. I thought, I've got to say yes, got to do it. I managed to appear because I did a little spin at the end of the runway when no one asked me to do it, and I appeared on Polish TV. Fashion shows were one of the things. I started modelling, which was just a crazy concept. But I did pursue that a little bit, where I saw an advert post-surgery, which they were looking for a male breast cancer survivor. And I was like, well, I know that's me. I know it's 1 in 1,000. I know most men are probably over 60. I was 44. And I just thought it was like a sure thing. I'd get this job. And so I got a photographer in Liverpool to take some kind of photos of me, sent them off, and I just thought, done deal, got it. And then I got a thanks but no thanks email. And I was like, how dare they? And I don't know where this came from, but I was like, well, look, now they've said no, I've literally got nothing to lose. I've got nothing to lose. So I just kept sending the photos every month to them. And I was just like, here I am again, here's me, here's Phil, here's some photos, not sure whether you've opened these or seen them. I just kept sending the photos. I emailed them for a year. And and then it was summer 2019. I got an email back saying, oh, we've got a fashion brand, they're really interested in using you. And I was like, oh shit, I didn't actually think it was gonna turn into something. So I was like, okay, this is part of saying yes. It opens new doors, generate your own look and all this. It's not actually luck, it's just opportunity, just taking chances and grabbing opportunities. Yeah, they said there's a fashion brand called Zalando, but they're a massive German, they're like an ASOS of Germany. And that was a 2-day shoot, fitting shoot, staying over in a trendy London hotel, being driven around, picked up in blacked out cars, and I was like, this is mind-blowing. I was like, this is crazy. I've always shied away from the attention, from cameras, from being in front of people, all the things everyone is uncomfortable with. I was like, well, I'm uncomfortable with that, I'm not going to do it. And apart from the photos look amazing, and I met amazing people, and it was actually really nice to have that amount of attention kind of put on you in a nice way. It was done in a compassionate way, and so yeah, on the strength of that, the agent were like, well, we want you kind of on our books, and we'll get you some more jobs. And then I was like, gotta say yes. And so I went and applied for a fashion show. I applied for some art projects. And again, some of those things have dramatically impacted my life and, changed the direction of where I was going, and hopefully helped people and raised awareness as well of breast cancer, not just in men, but, you know, in just in people in general, just start a conversation. I mean, if I'm being truthful to my initial aim, it's got to be, I mean, it's got to be to share more awareness around early detection. It's as simple as that. The stepping outside your comfort zone, regardless of a cancer diagnosis, if I could empower somebody to try something new, that would be pretty outstanding. It'd be nice to a stranger to go, I saw you, I did something, finding a lump, changing their life, and I wanted to let you know. I'm still waiting for that particular moment, but you know, it is a cliche. As a survivor, you want to help save someone else's life, and that is something that most survivors say they want to do, and that's still on my bucket list.